And I'm here. Seth is literally, I hear his steps, he's coming. I hear banging, I hear his voice. Seth, I did it. I did exactly what we rehearsed.
Wow.
I'm so proud of myself. I did the intro and we got the Marc Shaiman and Friends up, the whole thing.
Wow.
So anyway, hi, I'm James Wesley. This is my husband, Seth Rudetsky, and welcome to Stars in the House.
Yeah, yes? we have a lighting designer friend who's going to help us because we have all these great lights, but all they're doing is making me look older than ever. It's just horrific.
Yeah, Brian Stokes Mitchell sent us a third light behind us that it's supposed to help not create shadows. We haven't quite figured it out yet, and literally last night at midnight, Seth is like, "Wait a minute, we actually know lighting designers. Why haven't we?"
Tony Award-winning lighting designers.
This is our 53rd Stars in the House plus the 4 plays in the house. And just now, last night, we realized, we actually know a lighting designer or two. Yeah,
fun part is we reached out to one. He never got back to us. Anywho, that's not the point. All right, so listen, tonight's show, we're so excited.
I didn't say what Stars in the House is.
Oh, what is Stars in the House, James?
No, remember, we decided that you're better at describing the show, and I'm better at describing Actors Fund. So go ahead, Seth.
We decided it, or we had a big fight about it? Anyway, the end of the story is, so Stars in the House is twice.
Both things can be true.
As our therapist would say, can't both be true? All right, so 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. every single day Eastern time, we do the show. It's kind of an interview show, performance. It's really just an hour of funsies. And you're supposed to watch it. You're supposed to be happy. But at the same time, if you can, donate to the Actors Fund. You go to starsinthehouse.com. And people have been donating. It's going to be our 4-week anniversary tomorrow night, which is crazy.
Tonight. This is it.
It's Monday, right? I was thinking Broadway show scheduled Tuesday. Oh my God, it's 4 weeks tonight. We began with Kelly O'Hara.
That's right. And in those 4 weeks, that's exactly right.
And people have been donating $30, $5, $10, just every show. We can't believe people are still donating because, boy, there's economic uncertainty out there.
Oh my gosh. To describe what the Actors Fund is.
Yeah, what is it?
The Actors Fund, of course, not just for actors. It's for any professional in the performing arts anywhere in the country. Musicians, people behind the scenes, dancers, stage managers, the people in the artistic director's office of basically every professional performing arts organization in the country, as well as teachers, voice teachers. As Seth always says, wedding singers and
bar mitzvah singers.
Exactly.
That old joke?
Exactly. Well, you keep calling it out, hoping someone will laugh. I want to read some of the donations that came in during the Jagged Little Pill reunion this afternoon.
Yes, Queen.
People really, I think, someone donated $1,000?
Yeah, someone donated $1,000, and it was read so blank-faced. It was like, Jeanette, $25.
What do you mean?
Johnny, $1,000.
By me or you?
No, it's actually Catherine Strumming.
But she was doing it on the
She
guitar.
was, but I wanted a lot more climactic aspect. Actually, hey, we'll have Mark do that. Hey, Mark, if you're listening, we're going to send you the donations, and then you have to set them to music. That's what Catherine Gallagher did this afternoon. So you're going to have to actually be as amazing as she is. We're going to text them to you, and then you're going to have to set a song about it.
So I'm going to do them the boring way, Mark, and then you'll show me up, and you'll do them in an exciting musical way. Probably, because I can already see Mark maybe panicking.
Yeah.
It won't be for another 25 minutes.
So you have 25 minutes of anxiety. So get the Prilosec now, or whatever you need to calm down the Jewish.
Okay, but right now, this will be an idea, Mark, of what you'll do. But you'll do it musically and much better than me. True from Georgia. Wow, I love that name. $50.
Thank you, True.
Michelle from Michigan, $10. Julianne from New York, $25. Julie gave?
Oh, wow. That's a cool name.
From Brookshire, Massachusetts, Peter gave $20. I don't know if it's Peter.
It got mixed up.
Brookshire. Anyway, Peter from California, $250. Kristin from Florida, $50. Cynthia from Michigan, $50. And
whoever
did this,
it's crazy. Because now it says
Maryland for Massachusetts, like it's a political race.
Okay, who's ever?
Later on, Mary Ellen from Massachusetts.
$50.
Correct. You're doing that all the time.
But get it together. So, Mark, you're going to set that to music, and
not that.
No,
it will be sent later.
Something
on.
like that.
Absolutely.
To music.
Listen, Seth. Before we get started,
yes.
Don't start sassing me right now.
I think he knows he's not setting that to music.
Well, I'm
donations.
trying to alleviate any
As Anna Gasteyer said, simmering marital tension. That's just after 4 weeks being holed up with the same person, and it's not really even simmering. It's like, all right, go on.
This new table we have is really kind of it's bad lighting, and it's constantly shaking. It's like we're in an earthquake. Anyway, I had my friend Diane, who's like helping us with emails, along with my other friend Michelle. And I said, can you send me some emails? Seth, you're blocking my light.
I'm sorry, honey. I'm in the
All for the dog.
And for Mandy. Okay,
for Mandy.
okay.
I don't know how it's going to work. Anyway, some of these are really nice. Oh, for the Jews in the house. My name is Tal, and I live in Tel Aviv. We've been in quarantine like the majority of the world for over 4 weeks now. Just wanted to let you know that your shows exude positivity and joy. And for a couple hours a day, I'm just able to sink into all these positive emotions and feel close to one of my biggest loves, Broadway. Huh. So apart from all the amazing work you're doing for the Actors Fund, I want you all to know the good you're doing for so many of us around the world who just want to keep being connected through music and theater.
In Tel Aviv?
So nice.
Wow. And by the way, what's interesting is that a lot of people don't necessarily watch it live. They watch it later on. So we don't have Tal's watching it right now where it's like 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's right.
Tel Aviv, or if he's watching it tomorrow.
And here's another really
Shout
cool
out.
one. I love this. On March 22nd, I know we're kind of late to the game here. But this guy wrote, Frank and Sheldon, want to give a shout out to you. On March 22nd, we celebrated our commitment ceremony, 23rd anniversary, sheltering in place here in San Francisco. We've been, what is SIP? You know how much you hate
sheltering in place. I hate initials, but it's so assumptive.
We've been SIP. I mean, it's like, I didn't know if it was a J. We've been
Why can't
SJP.
you just write sheltering in place?
Since the 17th. I was supposed to be in New York on the 19th. I've bought 6 tickets to Broadway plays and musicals already, which I don't think will happen. We'll be making a $250 donation later in the program. So nice.
Yeah,
anyway,
I love these emails.
It's another one down in New Zealand. I will be here all day reading them, but I just wanted to share a few because we do have people reading literally every single email, and we appreciate you watching.
And we appreciate the comments like this. So much drama. Seth, you're blocking my light. So I appreciate the comments when they're on my side.
Well, watch it, Seth.
Okay. Anyway, the point is that it? That's what.
I think that's it for now. Yeah.
So
let's bring on.
Feel free to donate. StarsInTheHouse.com, and let us bring on the fabulous, super multi-talented Mr. Marc Shaiman. Hi, Marky.
Hi, Mark.
Hi.
So where are you located right now? You're in your studio, recording studio?
Yeah, we have a house upstate, and the basement is my workspace, my stuff, and that's a vocal booth back there, and that's my husband.
Hi, Lou.
Hi, Lou.
Why is it? There he is.
Hi, Lulu.
You can see his hair is part of the whole experience now.
Wow.
Wow.
It looks good.
Hey, Mark, I have to ask a dramatic question. I just realized. Do you not have an acoustic piano down there? Have we come to that? Oh, yay!
Yeah, I have the the computer up on top of the piano, which is great because it's from above, and
Yes.
we learn.
Believe me. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring on.
Matter of fact, could you guys lift your laptop a little?
Oh, you meaning we need to? I got it.
Yeah. Oh, no, forget it.
Okay, too much. And then, well, until literally yesterday, we had it on, or a couple of days ago, we had it on top of the piano.
Yeah, we're still
But
trying.
we're trying,
Don't get us started.
Yeah.
All right, so look, we're gonna
No,
bring
hold
on
on.
one of your stars from 2 of your Broadway shows. I can see you already getting ready. Primp that hair, Carrie. We don't have hair and makeup. Yes. Please welcome the stunning. I just saw a lot of this happening.
Okay. Last time I was on, I was such a mess because I never wear makeup and everything. I was like, I gotta break it out. People are retweeting this, they're reposting it. I gotta put some makeup on.
You're looking sassy. Where are you? It's so pretty where you are. Is that your bedroom?
Oh, yes, this is my bedroom. My family banished me to here. They were like, please, we don't want to be quiet for this. Can you just go upstairs?
That's sweet.
All right.
So, Carrie, talk about how you started in Hairspray. It was your first Marc Shaiman show. How'd you get the gig? Just on Broadway, or did you do the workshop and reading?
Well, they had already done 2 readings, and then they cut Penny out of the show. And they did a reading without Penny Pingleton, without her mom in the show. And I think, tell me if I'm saying this wrong, Mark, I think John Waters came to it and was like, what? You can't not have Penny. So then that round, I got to audition again. And I did a song that Seth knows because I've done it with him many times, Gee Whiz. And I made it like I was singing, like I was Penny Pingleton singing a song. I had this whole scene set up. And then right after that, I got it. And I got to be in the final reading workshop, I think. And then I got to go to Seattle with it.
But wait, Kerry, Seth went because our dog was whining, so he's feeding Mandy right now. But hold on, because I didn't know that. So when you weren't part of that next workshop, I mean, you had to have been shocked when you got the call saying you were.
No, I wasn't. Somebody else played Penny, I guess, in the first two.
Okay.
Then they did one without a Penny, and then I came for the final.
For the final.
Yeah. And so then I was in it, and then I got to stay in it.
Well, how Seth wants me. He's literally calling me from the kitchen. He wanted you to talk about the very first preview.
Oh, it was so exciting. You know, we all thought it was going to be a huge hit when you were, the electricity in the reading and every time we were together was, it was out of this world. But then, and when you're in front of an audience, you don't know. And I feel like, did we have a standing ovation after Good Morning Baltimore? That first time was crazy. I know.
I think in Marissa's head we did.
Well, we definitely had to hold the show for a while.
I remember Scott and I were backstage, and when you're working on a show or writing it, I guess you just think the audience is just going to be versions of yourself, basically. And so we peeked out from the curtain as the first preview audience came in, and it all looked like George and Martha Washington. That entire Fifth Avenue Theater was a sea of white and gray hair. And we thought, we hadn't thought about that. Oh, what's it going to be like? Maybe all of how we were feeling, we were about to get a really rude awakening. And then that audience just so embraced it. And we kind of knew then, wow, I'm not trying to be an ageist. I'm just saying I expected everyone to basically look like me and like the things that I liked and have the same record collections, No,
of course.
And it's set in a high school, these
it's a young
kids.
show.
Yeah.
By the way, look at this nice comment. Hairspray is the reason I moved to New York to work on Broadway. I love that. So, Mark, when you actually saw the audience loving it, were you actually in the audience or were you in the behind on the standing room?
I don't remember now. I guess I was sitting there. Yeah, I guess I took my seat for the preview. Yeah.
And
it was all, beyond a dream come true. You just can't even put it into words. I can't imagine what it was like for Kerry and the cast to be on stage with all that energy for that first time and realize, oh my God, this is like a volcano. That's just.
Yeah. And some of my lines I didn't even know were funny. Like I ran out right after Marissa's first scene. I had one of the first lines, I feel like, because we were running across the stage. It's hard to run and chew gum at the same time. And then this huge thing of laughter. And I was like, oh, wow, I didn't know that was that funny.
But does that mean if you got that kind of reaction on the very first preview, did you not make that many changes, Mark, between the first preview and
Broadway?
Yeah, Broadway?
We added some things. I don't remember what we might have changed in Seattle. The big thing in Seattle was, without going too far into it all, is there had been all through the readings. Did I tell the story in the last one? All through the readings, the producers would come to us afterwards and say, it's so good, but do we really need I Know Where I've Been? Doesn't it kind of slow things down? Isn't it too serious? It's Hairspray. And Scott and I are always like, what? It's like the heart and soul of the whole show. What? So finally, they had beaten us down. So by the time we went into rehearsal for Broadway, Scott and I actually did write a different song, like an upbeat kind of version of it. I don't want to tell too much of the story, but it's deep. But then finally, I'll tell it. One day, I said to Camila, who was one of the Dynamites, who had been in the other readings, I said, Camila, what does the black cast think of this song?
The new song.
Yeah, because she had been in the readings and she knew the power of I Know Where I've Been. And she said, it's good. And I meant it seriously when I said, what is the black cast? Because I they had to be represented. And so she said, it's good. It's fun. The harmonies are fun. She said, it's a little cotton picking, but we like it. I literally, the blood left. I grabbed Scott and went home and said, and we figured out that the Dramatists Guild allows writers to have their work performed. Broadway is like the last place where the writer is king. And we were able to come in the next day and say to the producers and the director and everyone, we have to hear the song that we wrote for this spot. It has to be given a chance. And if it stops the show in the wrong way, we'll be the first to say, oh, So that is my biggest memory of the first preview, is when that song got sung and the audience went wild. And I could see the producers in front of me, their shoulders, some of them. And it wasn't so intense. And it wasn't like there was this horrible fight, but it was so clear that the right thing had happened. And so that's my big memory of the first preview. Sorry to Kerry talking about what it was like to be.
No, it's exciting. Kerry, did you know about that drama happening, about the songs going down?
And actually, I remember it more so than Mark. I remember that it being a bigger deal with.
I was trying to downplay it a little.
No, I mean with our cast, even that they felt like the other one was a real representation, and they felt like it was needed for the storytelling of the show.
I love that you prevailed. That's such a great story.
And I always be so thankful for Camila for being so frank with me. She literally was the reason it changed.
Wow.
Do you want to play a little of I Know Where I've Been, even though you ain't no motor mouth?
Yeah, there's a light in the darkness, though the night is black as my skin. There's a light burning bright, showing me the way. But I know where I've been. So on and so forth.
Wow. Oh, so good, Mark. What a great song, man. So, Kerry, let's talk about Catch Me If You Can, which just had its anniversary right a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
I say this all the time, and I'm going to say it again. It is very crazy that the Oscars have a best song category when movies really aren't about music, yet musicals on Broadway are about music, and we don't have a best song category. I don't understand it. And I bring that up because your song, Catch Me If You Can, I just think was such an amazing song, and I so think would have won for Best Song of the Year. I just loved it.
Seth, hold on. When you first played it for Kerry, was that before the first preview?
Oh,
because I remember Seth coming home and he said if there was a best song category for the Tonys, this song would be it. I remember him telling me that, and it was like early. I think it was the first.
The Point Foundation.
Kerry, you remember?
Yeah, it must have been after we had already done Seattle, but it wasn't on Broadway yet.
Right.
God, I can remember that.
I totally remember
it
because I don't know if I've ever heard you say that before. I mean, up to that point, and it was just like it was so, striking.
It was a combination of beautiful music, beautiful lyrics, and your performance was amazing. So, Mark, like when you write a song, I know you're writing the melody and everything, but like you add that amazing modulation in. Like, is that your idea? Is that the music director's idea? Did you just write that from the very beginning?
How dare you?
Well, no, because I mean, Paul Giamatti added all those modulations in Dreamgirls in the fight scene. You never know.
No, I mean modulation is my middle name. No, I am a musical director, arranger myself. You know the drill. So all that kind of stuff that's part of maybe my songwriting comes from that side of things. I do remember writing that song. We wrote the lyrics all completely first, but I just got so excited when I realized that I'm about to watch and hear Kerry Butler sing it. It's been so long, and I have butterflies in my stomach.
It is my favorite song to sing.
And it was interesting. I was talking to Andrew Lloyd Webber, but I was actually talking to him yesterday, and he was saying everything on Broadway is in 4/4. I just wish there was just at least do 3/4. Why did you decide to put that song in 3/4?
Because we wanted it to be like almost like Janis Joplin, that this little frail, shy little girl blossomed. Her love for Frank made her blossom into, and so we were just singing that kind of like "Stay With Me" and those kind of songs. Mid to late '60s that were in 6/4, 12/8. I never remember which one.
Yeah, same thing. All right, well, Carolee, did you get a track? I don't know.
I did. Mark gave me a good track.
This is a track from the cast album.
Give the backstory of the song a little bit before you haul it out so people know what's happening.
Sure. So this is, the story is Frank Abagnale Jr., true story. And he pretended to be a pilot and a doctor and all these things. And I was his love interest when he was a doctor. And so I believed him, and we were going to get married. And then I find out that everything he ever told me was a lie. And the police are coming to intimidate me. Norbert Leo Butz was the police officer and he, or FBI agent. And he was coming to interrogate me. And I had to make a decision, you know, whether I was going to give him up or not. And then I sang this song. Ready?
Yes,
We're going to go off camera.
When I was a child, my eyes were clear. I saw the good side, but that's the kind of second sight doesn't last too long. But when I was lost, I heard a voice that brought me healing. That's the kind of special hope he brought me with his song. People only saw the doctor, lawyer, Indian chief, but he was just a lonely little boy to me. With his sweet and gentle touch, he sure unlocked my soul. So in return, I surely want to help to set him free. And now I want to see him fly, fly. I'll be your alibi, my baby. Fly, fly, fly away. We didn't get to say goodbye, goodbye. You need to tell me why, my baby. Maybe it's because you'll fly back home to me one day. Men who they call real, who really fakes, who taught me nothing. Yet this man without a name taught me how to feel. I've known cruel men with Christian names who taught me manners. But this man without a name taught me how to feel. They only saw the magic tricks, the smoke and mirrors. Was I the only one to ever see the boy? So now they want to clip his precious wings and bring him down. But in his heart and soul's the kind of good they can't destroy. Yeah, now I wanna see him fly, fly. I'll be your alibi, my baby. Fly, fly, fly away. We didn't get to say goodbye, goodbye. You need to tell me why, my baby. Maybe it's because you'll fly back home to me one day. Baby, when you're in the clouds, please keep on looking out. Maybe find a hideaway for you and I. You and I. Then I'll see you fly, fly. I'll be your alibi, my baby. Fly, fly, fly away. We didn't get to say goodbye, goodbye. You need to tell me why, my baby. Maybe it's because you'll fly back home to me one day. Maybe it's because you'll fly back home to me one day. Maybe it's because you will fly back home to me one day. And I'll be waiting for you there. We will fly back home to me one day. Oh.
That was beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I messed up the words for a second. Did you hear? I was like, oh gosh. It's a little bit weird to sing here. And I'm sitting down. I'm like, why did I sit down for singing this song? It's so hard.
Oh my God. It was so
But you know
beautiful.
what, though? For this format, Kerry, it actually is emotionally the most effective.
It's just hard to hit the notes.
Well, we wouldn't have known. Kerry, thank you so much. We're going to bring on Dr. Jon LaPook. Are you doing a garden? Did I see that on your Instagram? Are you doing gardening?
Oh, yes, I grow a garden all the time. I used to grow it in my dressing room, and now I think it's so great during this time because it just every day is exciting. You never know what's going to come up, and also it helps you not go to the grocery store as much.
So then we gotta talk because we're starting a garden. So we'll have you back. We're going to talk gardening.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right, bye.
Love you guys. Bye, Mark.
Thank you so much, Kerry.
We love you, Kara.
Bye.
So talented. Okay, we're going to bring on our chief medical correspondent, Mr. Dr. Jon LaPook.
Oh my God, Marc Shaiman just played me on. Whoa.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Dr. LaPook, do you have any updates? Because we also have a video that Marc Shaiman brought that you may want to see. You want to see it first? Because I know you've got a heart out. You've got to get out in a couple minutes.
It's dedicated to you and your ilk.
Now, I should say, it's a song I wrote for my sister's wedding many, many moons ago when she married, very exciting for us all, a doctor. Now, in the midst of what's happening right now, it's a very lighthearted song about that. We're not trying to be cavalier, but it is a song about doctors, and I just wanted to bring it forth for you. And Bet was, well, what should I say? Yeah.
Oh.
Ignore her. All right, here we go. Watch this.
Go.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. This is Bette Midler. This song goes out to all the medical workers with my thanks, whether you are Jewish or not. A doctor, my daughter Joyce is marrying a doctor. So if your kids need shots, just call up my daughter and ask for her husband, the doctor. Gewalt, I make plots. Actually, right now he's an intern, but soon he'll be a urologist. So you should all make appointments if it rains when you pish. Every checkup buys a setting and a serving dish. A doctor, oh really, I'm telling it's a Jewish Mother's Day. Because now I can complain about every ache and pain and never have to
Woo!
Completely insane.
Bette Midler. Oh my gosh. Love her.
For you. So I know you have a heart out, Dr. LaPook. Is there any last minute medical update that we need to know about?
Quick stuff. First, really good news. Have you been seeing that admissions in New York City hospitals have gone down?
Right. Things
are calming down a little bit. Don't let your foot off the pedal. There's a long way to go, but that's a really good sign. Too heartwarming to see. There have been people they're called travel nurses, for example, who are coming from all over the place, from Oregon, from Arizona. They get on a plane, they get in their car, they come to New York City. How great are people? I also have to point out that you guys, stars in the house, pulled off the rare superfecta, which used to be, if you're old enough, it was a horse race. But, there's the deli double, there's the trifecta where you pick all three. The superfecta was briefly, you picked the first four horses. So you guys, until it turns out they were fixing them and they got rid of them. And I think it was at Yonkers, I'm pretty sure, at Yonkers Raceway. But anyway, you guys were Stars in the House was featured in CBS Evening News with Norah O'Donnell, CBS This Morning, CBS Sunday Morning, and then again on the CBS Evening News. 4, count them, folks, 4.
Well, I heard there's a rumor that there's something that's going to be happening on CBS Sunday Morning again that has to do with plays in the house. So,
really,
what is that called?
Yeah,
a quintuplet.
Thank you.
Hard out.
Well, Dr. LaPook, I love that things are getting better, and basically what you keep saying is literally don't go out, wash your hands. Like there's no other new rule or anything, right?
Unless you have to go out.
No, I will say that it is a good idea now. You have to just listen to the latest advice about wearing the masks, right, which I think people need to understand is the equivalent of having your arm in front of your mouth so when you sneeze, the schmutz doesn't go out to the world. It's not really providing you with maybe some little bit of partial protection from something coming in. But remember, the virus is so tiny, 1/10 of a micron can go through or around. So you still have to do everything else, folks. The 6 feet, the washing the hands, the social distancing.
Right.
But I have to say that I'm blown away by how so many people are doing this. I mean, it really is heartwarming. There's a lot about this that's heartwarming, isn't it? I mean, again, you don't want to be a Pollyanna and just everything has to have a silver lining, but there are a bunch of silver linings, including the fact that through all of this physical distancing, people are coming together emotionally. So you got to love that. One myth that I keep seeing, now let's just pop that right now. Have you seen if you drink a lot of water, you wash the virus down into your stomach and it gets fried by the acid? No, not so much. So just
thank you. There's a stupid video going around from Johns Hopkins,
which is not Johns Hopkins.
Yeah.
Oh, people keep writing it wrong. Saying either gargle with vinegar to kill it or drink a lot. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of these things, and they claim to be from big universities or from governments. And
right.
Just CDC, listen to Seth and James and Marc Shaiman. When you need advice, when you need medical advice, who do you go to? Marc Shaiman.
Dr. Shaiman.
So Marc Shaiman, on that note, you want to play Dr. LaPook out? Do you have some exit music?
Exit music.
Oh, really? I'm confessing it's a Jewish Mother's Day. Because now I can complain. All right, he's gone.
Bye, Dr. LaPook. Wow.
That's
all
great.
Right. Speaking of old Jews.
Oh, my God.
No, he's not.
Not just you. Please welcome your comedy cohort. Many, many times, one of my absolute idols, the amazing Marty Short.
Oh, for God's sake. It's me. When I go, hit it. I'm not going like mama.
Wait, Marty, what are you wearing? Is that a blazer, a jacket? What's happening?
It's a shirt with popsicles on it.
Okay.
It was a gift from my son and daughter-in-law, and it meant something to them. So I guess you don't like them.
That's not my issue. I thought it was a blazer, and I thought a purple blazer was a bold choice.
Right. Well, it would be a bold choice, but it would match my eyes.
You have purple eyes, Elizabeth Taylor style. Hey, yeah. Marty Short, you're going to be on twice this week because I'm going to have your SETV, some of the cohorts on Wednesday.
I know. I can't wait for that.
Neither can I. But today will be fun too. How did you meet Marc Shaiman? Because I know you guys have worked together for so long, but how did it actually happen?
I was in an office at Saturday Night Live in 1984, and Marc walked in, and I said, "No, the sink is clogged over here." I just assumed he was a plumber, and it turned out that he was the musical director that year for SNL, in the sense that if a cast member had a musical idea, they brought in a very young, 24, I think, year-old Shaiman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And right away, we kind of course, clicked brilliantly and made each other laugh all the time.
What kind of stuff did you work on in SNL together?
Nothing that ever got on air.
No, nothing that ever got on air. You and Al, I don't know.
It was me,
nothing
Marty, Billy Crystal, Chris Guest, Marty, and myself in a room just laughing and laughing, but we could never seem to have ever come up with an idea that would get on air. Because back back in that time, it was before. I'm so jealous of them now. There's so much music on the show. But back then, there was always a kind of feeling like, music is too Carol Burnett-ish. So music was hard to get on the show a lot.
Also, but then Mark, how many years, Mark, did you do SNL?
Off and on for like 3 years.
Yeah, because then right after us, we were only on for 1 year, came, Jan Hooks and Nora and the Sweeney sisters and all that stuff. And that was pure, now another era, as you're talking about.
Well, when did you actually collaborate on something that actually was seen by the public?
It was the HBO special.
No, before that, it was Women of the Night.
Remember?
Women of the Night.
Well, wait, I always remember that.
About Ellen DeGeneres.
I can't play and you sing. It doesn't work out, but it went out. Give her laughter and applause, for volume will egg her on. Please welcome Ellen DeGeneres. Hit it, Marty.
And then we did I, Martin Short Goes Hollywood in 1989. And that was a special that we did for HBO.
Was that with the guy who really wants to be an actor and he doesn't know how to use his answering machine?
Yes. Lauren Shortbach. Right, Alex?
Because finally, I think he's asked, do you think you'll ever make it?
Yes. Nick, what?
It takes so long, and he has no awareness of a simple expression. Wait, now did you guys? Don't you guys also like tour? Like, didn't you actually do live concerts together too?
You're confusing Marty with Billy Crystal.
I know, dear.
I went on the road with Billy Crystal.
Who?
But Marty, live stuff.
No, Mark. Well, Mark and I did a Broadway show, Fame Comes to Me on Broadway.
Okay, well, let's discuss that then. So hold on. I brought something I have to just show. So Marty,
do you ever, just for the hell of it, do research?
Smart man.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. So Marty knows I'm obsessed with this. So this is the Jiminy Glick song. You wrote this song, right, Mark?
Me, Scott Whitman, and Marty Short.
You go together. So before I play it, I just have to still analyze because I'm obsessed. So why does Jiminy Glick? Why is there a liquid U in the word soon? I came just as you. There's no you.
That's how he talks.
No, and soon, and you. I came just as soon as I heard.
Why is heard hard? Why is the vowel that way?
It
makes you, and I'm obsessed with that the laugh
is Trump president.
Wait, I'm obsessed with the laugh is permanently timed out, that it's always ha 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 ha. Okay, we have to play it. I'm obsessed. Here, listen, I love it so much. Okay.
I came just as soon as I heard a celebrity wreck had occurred. Now, normally when I hear those words, I let out quite a squeal, for it must mean that Billy Joel is back behind the wheel. But lightning in a theater, well, it seems a bit absurd, so I came just as soon as I heard.
Well, it is, musical directed by Mark. He knows how to do a ha 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 ding.
It is so effing funny, man. Okay, so Marty, tell us a story about Mark that maybe not everybody knows.
A story that no one knows about Mark. I actually don't know how to answer that because Mark is so open about his life, what with tweeting and phoning people in the middle of the night when they're trying to sleep, that it's difficult to imagine that everyone doesn't know everything. Mark is not a closed book. He's probably sweeter than maybe because he has an acerbic edge that but people know that too. No, there's nothing I don't know. He was engaged to Lorna Love for 2 months.
So 80s.
He wouldn't travel.
Marc Shaiman, what about a story about Marty that not everybody knows?
Oh my God.
See, it's hard.
It's hard. I mean, he's just the greatest guy on earth. I'll say that. I'll say it right into the camera, Marty. He's just the greatest guy. I mean, he's just the sweetest and funniest and most hospitable person you could ever wish to ever know.
Yes, Mark has been to my cottage many times, my little cottage.
In Canada. They're called
Marty's the exception in show business. I mean, there are a lot of great people in show business, but he is, as Scott Whitman puts it, he's laughing on the outside. No, wait, what is it? He's laughing. Wait, it's laughing on the outside.
He's laughing on the inside.
Laughing on the inside. Can we get another take?
No. Yeah. Please. So speaking of laughing, tell me about a time that you guys laughed really hard together.
Oh God, you should have let us these questions beforehand.
I never ask these kind of questions, but I just feel you guys have spent so many years together. There must have been something hilarious I don't know about.
I actually think, truthfully, that our relationship is so long and so family-like and so intense that I don't think everything's been blurred. There isn't one time that, I remember we laughed so hard. We always
one thing that we used to do, Marty used to throw a Christmas party totally out of like a Hollywood movie, like what you think happens in Hollywood, where he would throw a Christmas party, him and his wife, Nancy, and everyone there was famous. And Marty would make me push out the piano.
That's true.
As if I was so desperate to play that I would actually push the piano from another room. And he would sing and bring up people. Scott used to say that it was like Anne Frank, that people would hide in the kitchen. They were scared that they're going to be brought up. And it was just phenomenal nights. They were. Fantasize what life in Hollywood is like.
I remember one time I was doing the producers in LA, and Mark and Scott were getting on a plane to fly from New York to the party, and they said, do you have, we have 5 hours, so do you have something we could write? And I said, how about something to the Atchison, Topeka, and the Santa Fe? And then by the time I finished the show at the producers, Mark phone said, come to the Four Seasons. You're going to love what we wrote.
When did I start sounding like Paul Schaefer?
About 82. And then every lyric was mean about people at the party. So I said, no, we can't do it. And Mark said, you lost your edge. And that also didn't sound like Mark. But then finally, when people involved in the stanzas left the party, then I said to Mark, come on, now we can do the song. There was still about half people left. But it was hilarious. Bernie up the drive. Isn't it amazing that he's still alive? He's been here since the Crusades at the picture perfect party in the Palisades. Brilliant.
Yeah. I'm looking online for I would sing every year. Every year, mid-December, comes a night to remember. With me at his side, we'll watch the guests hide, because Marty throws a party just to sing. Should I keep going? His eyes, how they're glistening. He don't care if you're listening. You think that we're guests, but nobody rests, because Marty throws a party just to sing. Now his house is bright and looking fancy. All the guests are here and looking chic. Though the dress is worn by his wife, Nancy, he thinks he's Judy Garland at her peak. Watch his forehead perspire. Every year the keys seem higher. I gave at the door my W4, because Marty throws a party just to sing. It goes on and on.
I love that. That's great.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh. All your songs.
One year, Kenny G was going to play, and he was warming up with his back to the audience, and I said, "Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Bernadette Peters."
You so got it.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
All right, so do we have to do the donations?
I just texted Mark not one but two batches of donations that have just come in for the actors.
Can you set them to music for us?
Oh, our favorite name, Judy. Judy from New Jersey gave $100. Ellen from Maine, 25. John from Washington only gave 10. Well, Ned from New York gave us 50. Kathleen from Illinois coughed up $15.
You still got it.
And I sent you another batch. Did you get the other one?
Oh my God.
Keep going.
Kristin from New Jersey, Jane from New York, Glenn from New Jersey. We should send this to Marty. But meanwhile, I know that Jenifer Lewis is waiting in the wings like this. I can't believe you're making me wait. There's going to be
probably fuming. All right, so Marty, you're coming back Wednesday. So
I'll come back Wednesday.
I cannot wait. It's such a pleasure to see you as usual. Thank you for being here.
Bye, Marty.
Thanks, James. Thanks. Bye, Marty. See you later.
Bye, Marty Short. God, he was annoying. Oh.
Mark, just do there's only like 5 left. Do them, and then we'll bring in.
I'm sorry. Okay. Wait, let me call it up again.
Yeah.
Did I not get all of the first one?
I think no, you did, and then I think you stopped at Jane from New
Oh my
York.
God! Vermont gave 500. Then Kristin from New Jersey gave 100. Jane from New York, 25. Glenn from New Jersey, $50. Barbara from New York, 100. Marion from New Jersey, $50. Russell from New York, 75. Evan from California, 250.
Yes, on the posing.
Mark will be back too to do this job.
Well, that's all the time we have for the show. I'm sorry, Jenifer. We'll bring Jenifer back another time. Please welcome the mother of Black Hollywood, Miss Jenifer Lewis.
I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. I don't want no virus fucking with me in these streets. I don't want nobody coming nowhere near me in these streets. 'Cause ain't nobody got time to get. Ain't nobody got time to get. Ain't nobody got time to get sick. Shaka Khan.
Oh my
Y'all
God.
got on my nerves, all of y'all. I don't sit and wait for nobody. Marc Shaiman called me this morning, and I cussed his happy ass out. Oh, wait. I have to say to everyone,
Yes.
I apologize. I have not been on the internet with my songs. I had some dental work right before this all happened. And honey, mama couldn't move her jaw for 3 weeks. Some of my friends appreciated that. They're dead now. Fuck you, Mark. Now, what else do you want? What could you possibly need?
Well, you told us before you came on the air that you had an amazing Actors Fund store. Actually,
Oh my God. Okay,
I want to hear it.
All right, so I think UB on Broadway had closed, and I didn't have any money. I was living in like a luxury high rise, trying to be a big star, which I was not. And I didn't have any money, so I went to the Actors Fund. Somebody said, you can go up there and get some money. I said, well, where the fuck is it? So I went up there, it was in Times Square. And I went up there, and a middle-aged white woman, and you must understand, I'm in my early 20s. A middle-aged white woman said, honey, what is the problem? I said, bitch, I'm hungry. So she gave me $40. I looked at that like, bitch, could you have 100? But no. $40 was a lot of money in those days. Do you know that I took my happy skippy ass right down to Times Square where somebody was playing 3-card Monty on a cardboard box? Yeah, that was back in the day, honey. And a sister girl was standing there in a monkey coat. I knew
where the spade was, the card, spade. Honey, that boy turned over a red card and took my $40 and ran. And I tell you, I have not gambled to this day. Vegas can kiss my black ass. That's all I have to say. And but the Actors Fund, I donate to the Actors Fund even to this day because I was hungry. And they did give me that money. I'll never forget that.
Wow.
Oh, I love that. I lost money in a 3-card Monte in Times Square too. I remember in the 80s.
Oh, yeah, in the 80s, early 80s. It was just horrible. And then they would run. Who knew?
I was
Look at me now, bitches. I don't want nobody taking my money in Times Square. Come on, bitches. I don't want. Hello?
This is 3 weeks of Jenifer not being able to speak.
It's true. And my face was out here, everybody. I really do. I want to apologize. People have been on the internet saying, Auntie, where are you? You always give us a song, to encourage us. And I do my best. Wow. But honey, it was sitting out here, out this far. And now it's down. And I want to commend the people on the front line and the medical workers. Honey, they took care of me. Now, this happened before that. But it took me a while to come out of shock because I had isolation. Yeah, I was in isolation with this hideousness on my face. Hideousness. I mean, look at me. I'm gorgeous. Look. Can you see? Can you see? Oh, say, can you see? Listen, I want everybody to understand this. I want you to ask yourself, how will you emerge from this pandemic? Better or worse? Will you eat a carrot? I just messed it up. No, what? Mark, I messed it up.
Don't worry, I'll fix it.
How will you emerge from these times? Will you be worse or better? Will you eat a carrot or a pound of cheddar? Keep your happy ass out that kitchen. Fried chicken. That's it.
Okay, Mark, when did you first meet Miss Jenifer Lewis?
Oh, Lord.
One night, Dinah Manoff, who was starring in Leader of the Pack on Broadway, a huge flop I was involved with. That was a phenomenal show off Broadway, but didn't make it on Broadway. She threw a cast party. Maybe it was New Year's Eve. And Jenifer Lewis.
That's too long. I was going to sleep with Warren Beatty, but I didn't. I was going to sleep with Christopher Walken that night, but I didn't. I did, but I got really drunk. And then I got down to, I remember I'm in my early 20s. I don't drink anymore. Pass me that liquor. Anyway, yeah, honey, you got to be good during these times, y'all. Let me say this before I get funny. What story was I telling, Mark?
I don't remember.
When we met, it doesn't
when you accosted me at Dinah Manoff's. But when we really, really hit it off was Beaches.
Bitches? Don't call me no bitch. You said beaches?
Beaches.
All right, the movie with Bette Midler.
There was a song that I co-wrote with Bette Midler and other folks whose name I can't remember now. Jerry Blatt. There was a song called Otto Titzling that we had written for that comedy record. So we put it in the movie, and we needed someone to play the opera singer with huge breasts. So, oh my God, I sent that to Jenifer the other day. So anyway, Jenifer played the opera singer with the huge breasts. And
Midler gave me that job. I saw Bette walking around Hollywood, the reservoir at Lake Hollywood. And she says, I've been looking for you, Jenifer. Where have you been? She calls me Jenifer. And she gave me the gig. It was my first movie.
And it was one day, but me and Jenifer just so hit it off. I'll always remember her going out onto the Wilshire Boulevard with these huge breasts on, starting to pretend to be hitchhiking. And we just laughed and laughed and laughed. And then when we discovered his love of Aretha Franklin together.
Play the beginning of it. Play the beginning. Go. No. The song that brought us together.
What?
Boy, are you insane? First Snow and Kokomo, just the first.
Oh.
have my top today.
It was a long intro for nothing. But then you guys worked on the hilarious movie Jackie's Back.
Oh yeah, well that was one. No, Jackie's Back was everything. What is it? Yeah, before you hit me with your love. But my favorite was da-da-da-da-da. They say to love somebody else, you've got to learn to love yourself. I don't feel like it. Just go to YouTube. The whole movie. I lost it. Am I getting paid for this?
Here we go. Watch.
On the scene of band mama machine, I'm Coco. Jack, give me where, cause I can kill you with my hair, I'm Coco. Don't try to pass, I'll run through your ass with a chop. Don't look for me between 2 and 3, cause I'm in the beauty shop. I'm Coco, Coco, Coco. Band mama jam.
Sequel coming soon.
That wasn't me. Hey, listen. How much time do I have? Because I have a poem I want to read before I go off.
Oh, do your poem. We'd love it.
I mean, I'm going to do it, but I'd rather it be last.
Oh, okay. So I want to talk about 3 more things before you go. So first of all, did you write the song with Billy about beating for the Beverly?
The two of us.
You don't know Billy Masters or Billy Porter?
Billy Porter.
No, no. Billy didn't write that song. Mark Shaiman wrote that song.
Mark, you wrote it?
But Billy knows it.
That
what is I didn't have any makeup on one day and we had to go to the Beverly Center. I told Mark, I said, pull over, honey. I have to beat before the Beverly.
And that began, we got to beat before the Beverly. We got to beat before the Beverly. Cause you never know who's gonna be up and through.
The Beverly.
The Beverly.
Shaka Khan.
We always do that.
We have John Hill waiting in the wings, and we cannot bump him again.
Oh yeah, no, we're not gonna bump him. We're not gonna bump him.
Somebody's in the wings? Are you insane?
By the way, Jenifer, I don't know.
Who the fuck is in the wings?
I don't know if you think the mic is not
Nobody follows me.
It's part of your. Oh my God! 1, 2, 3. John.
Oh my God! Credentials.
Credentials.
This was going to be the 3rd time I got bumped.
I know.
And I'm so glad you said that because it was going to be. I was going to march over to Calabasas or Tarzana, wherever your ass is, in that basement.
All right, here's a good segue. Because Beat Before the Beverly was the first song that Jenifer and I wrote about our lives. We would just write our own songs. Many, many years later, me, Jenifer, and my husband Lou.
Hi, Lou.
Took around the world trip, literally around the world. And in the Gobi Desert, we all rode camels.
Hold on.
There she is.
I had sex with both of them.
No, she didn't. So when we finished the camel rides, I said, "How was that, Jenifer?" And she says, I told Mark,
and I was serious because, we rode those camels and those camels hurt. So I looked over at my best friend. I said, Mark, I think I broke my pussy bone.
So that was all I needed to hear. I went back to our hut and wrote a song called My Pussy Bone Broke on the Back of a 2-Hump Camel, which we would like to perform for you now. Maybe we don't need the whole intro, Jenifer. Just go.
And that is a hard pussy bone to break. That is not a fragile pussy bone.
That's all we need. Let's do it. Go.
Hold on. You just can't talk at the same time or else the sound's going to go away. So everybody.
My pussy bone broke on the back of a 2-hump camel. This ain't no joke. I heard it crack on the back of that mammal. This ain't no time for a laugh. My pussy done broke in half. And next week we ride a giraffe.
Gone.
Why do I feel like our 54th show may be our last show?
I know.
Seth?
I asked Jenifer to perform that at my 60th birthday party, and as a surprise to her, I rented a full body camel costume and asked Jon if he would twerk behind Jenifer in a camel costume because I knew he'd be the only person in the world who would do it. But then my show started, not unlike this one. The show at my party was running so long, I said, I got to cut something. And Jenifer said, you cut. So I cut Pussy Bone. And poor Jon.
But I didn't. I was trapped in the kitchen and I had no idea that it was cut. So I was in the camel suit waiting to break your pussy bone.
But here's another swing. I was surprising Mark, and DJ Pierce, aka Shangela, had gone out and rented me a 2-hump camel suit.
Yeah.
So it was all messed up. I'm gonna say the F word no more. I didn't mean to curse, ladies and gentlemen, but you know what happens. God,
I was watching Christine Ebersole sing a very lovely rendition of The Sound of Music, and I was like, wait a minute. The set list is changing, but I'm still in my camel costume. And then I just assumed, and then the show ended, and then I slowly took the camel suit off and then made my way to coat check where my clothes were because I was nude in underwear.
In his underwear.
In the kitchen. It was fun. You know,
you were so hurt, and so was I.
I've spent my web therapy money I should be spending on COVID issues on this still 6 months later.
In conclusion,
Actor Son will have to make this for 18 and over.
I don't have to do my poem.
Wait, we have to.
I do want to say this.
You would have to.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to post that unto itself because I want to stand outside in front of the bougainvilleas in my garden.
No.
Now listen, but I do want to say this to everyone. Feel your feelings. Connect to your feelings. We're all supposed to have all of these feelings right now. This shit ain't no joke. Feel your feelings so you don't come out of this a beluga whale, eating yourself to death, drinking yourself to death, getting high yourself to death. Come on, y'all. We have got to emerge from this better, kinder. We have to love now harder than we've ever loved before. Take care of one another and be kind. We're all so fragile now. That's why I put on some lips. I had to break that with some comedy, but it didn't work.
No, I appreciate it.
All those words.
Another thing. Wait. Another thing.
No.
Promise me you must journal. Write down your shit every day, baby. Write down what you're going to do tomorrow so you just don't lay in that bed with your Listen, keep your hands off the Twinkie. Get up, wash your ass, and don't be stinky. We lay around the other day. I didn't even know what that smell was. It was me. Get up. Get your ass up and take a shower and do something with your life. Read a book, you lazy bastards. Love, Jenifer.
Well, we have a lot in common.
Yeah.
The amount of time.
I hope this doesn't end. I hope this doesn't end this whole series.
No.
If anything, people. Wait, someone just wrote. Hold on.
But she's speaking the truth, and you know when you speak the truth, you can't go wrong.
I wish somebody would comment on me something bad. I will come for you, bitch, when this shit is over. Go ahead, write a nasty comment about Jenifer Lewis.
People
I will come for your ass, baby.
People love you.
I was gonna have on, but my therapist said, bitch, please. That's how she ain't never cussed. I said, I'm getting a gun. She said, bitch, please. So I didn't get it.
Well, Jenifer, you have way too many people saying they want the damn poem, so you're going to have to do it.
I'll tell you right now, I've got, what did you tell me just what you just said? Tell me the sentence you just said. I dare you.
People keep asking for your poem over here.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Does it bother? Are my eyes okay with the light in my face?
Beautiful. Yeah.
God, I'm pretty. Look at the goddamn pretty bitch. Okay, we're ready.
Yes.
This is I'm not gonna lie, I have been depressed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that I knew that I was, but Marc Shaiman knew. And I think him asking me to do this today, because after my face, I felt really vulnerable.
Yeah.
So the bitch is back. And this is for you guys.
Okay. Can't bring it back?
No, I don't know what happened to that.
Hush, I can hear you. Let me get into this now. Come on. We're all in this together. Proof that we are one. Tomorrow, 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 and tomorrow. So says the sun. Live while you live. And sing loud and dance to the music. Because if you have ever owned it, you can never lose it. In all of this unrest, do your best and leave the rest. Because spring is coming soon. Spring is coming soon. So blow a kiss to the moon. I dare you. Blow a kiss to the moon. Mwah. Was it good? I can't hear your word. Oh, thank God that applause came through the sound. Oh, honey, that's what I miss most. I don't care about no food. I don't care about no concert or going to nowhere. I just miss the applause. I can't believe I can't even gather, like 11 people to just come over here and damn. I'm thinking, what's wrong? What about my career? My girlfriend called shit different as a pandemic. My face was out here. I said, bitch, what's a pandemic? I said, well, what about my career? I'm kidding around, you idiots.
We know you idiots.
No. I want everybody to stay safe out there, guys. We're going to get through this bullshit. We will get through it. We will come out on the other side, and we will be more fabulous than we were. And I mean that, goddammit. You don't go into that depression. Don't you dare. Get your fucking ass up off the floor. Get up. Get out of the bed. I slept to 4 myself.
That was counteract.
Jenifer, look at all these comments.
You always have to break it, honey, with some comedy. Oh, by the way, don't watch no sad-ass movies and don't listen to no sad-ass songs. You put on comedy, bitches, and you laugh. We got to laugh our way through this bullshit. Ooh, Shoshana.
Look at this, Jenifer. From laughing till it hurts to snotty-nosed tears, what a treasure, Miss Jenifer Lewis.
After all that carrying on, I'm just a punk ass. Thank you, darling.
And by the way, everyone needs to buy your book, which we loved so much. Your book was amazing.
Yeah, we were
you know what? I have to tell you something. The Mother of Black Hollywood would be a good book to read during this time because I came through the fire. And honey, if there was ever a fucking fire, the bitch is burning down. Shoshana, Shaka Khan.
In conclusion, Mark, thank you for being here.
I'm sorry, is Marc Shaiman here?
I was just the conduit. I was the vessel.
Wait a minute, there was some other people on. Oh, Mark. Oh my God. John. Wait a minute.
Credential.
Seth, Jeff, James, and I don't. Oh, it's too many white people. Can I go now?
Yes, ma'am. All right, we love you, Jeff.
Hi, everybody. I love you guys. I love you. I love everybody in the world. Ooh.
John Hill, you were my lead in Hairspray when I saw it for the first time.
Oh my God, how was I?
I remember you had great calves. I was like, brava. That's all I remember.
Gorgeous. Look at him. Look at his hair. Look at his beard. I like that new beard.
I know. Got it going on. Marc Shaiman, your second appearance, still amazing. Hey, listen, we're going to roll the credits, Mark. You got to accompany the credits.
Look, somebody spelled my name with 2 N's. Samantha.
You better get rid of that.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Another 2 N's. That's all right, honey. Y'all just love me any way you want. You can spell my name SHIT. I don't care.
Mark, play some exit music. I'm rolling the credits.
Thank you for having me.
You'll be hold on. We'll go in a minute.
All I did was
All right, bye, everybody.
See you tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
2 p.m. Eastern.